Hi, everyone, and welcome to another mind-blowing episode of ThoughtLeadership.biz. I'm Chris Machut, and today we'll be talking about why entrepreneurs and leaders can't just go it alone. So, what's the difference between entrepreneurs and leaders? Well, quite a lot, actually. To sum it up in a nutshell, entrepreneurs develop ideas while leaders develop people. And contrary to popular opinion, not all entrepreneurs are great leaders. The best have worked hard at it because they know that having a great idea is often just ain't enough. You have to be able to bring people along that make that great idea a successful reality. And that's not always easy, trust me. So, what exactly does it take to be a successful entrepreneur in 21st century? Well, let's find out. But before we go there, tradition dictates I remind you to check out all my newest articles, podcasts, and more at www.thoughtleadership.biz or catch me in person on YouTube. I hang out on Spotify and Anchor.fm too, as well as Apple and Google Podcasts. You can also find me on Twitter and LinkedIn where you can subscribe for notifications. All right, so let's get started. First, we'll talk about some of the obvious differences between entrepreneurs and leaders. Then look at some of the key attributes that entrepreneurs possess. So one of the main differences between the two is that entrepreneurs organize, inspire, and motivate people to achieve a certain set of goals through optimizing calculated risk, exploring opportunities, and managing an often high fluid and dynamic environment. On the other hand, leaders in business and other organizations generally focus on a set profile of systems, processes, and guidelines that are more traditional, less flexible, and less dynamic. Neither group is better or worse. They just operate differently because their aims and objectives are different. It's also fair to say that the best entrepreneurs are often also great leaders, as in order to motivate others to come with you on your journey and keep them there, you got to have some pretty decent leadership skills, but it doesn't always work the other way around. Great leaders rarely have to be great entrepreneurs too. Entrepreneurs are usually fiercely intent on achieving their goals, even if it means letting go of those who can't keep up with the pace. But leaders are more invested in nurturing a team and working together. Whereas entrepreneurs might act like gung-ho generals charging into the battlefield, often with seemingly careless abandon, leaving the rest to follow or fall, more traditional leaders lead with the team around them and are more likely to seek advice. They're also more likely to delegate. Entrepreneurs are often so convinced that no one can do the job as well as that they can lack trust in others, micromanage team members, and try to involve themselves in every single aspect of the project, micromanaging. That is never a good idea. It's what will leave you isolated, depressed, and, well, just generally a bit of an a-hole. The fact of the matter is that no serious entrepreneur can go it alone, still manage to scale a business in any significant way. It's too big, it's too complex, and it's too exhausting. So the bottom line is entrepreneurs need to learn to be team players too. Here are 10 of the key entrepreneurial attributes. It's not an exhaustive list, but it covers the basics. Basically, number 1, communication. Excellent entrepreneurs are also excellent leaders, so they must possess outstanding communication skills. The ability to communicate fluently and constructively with a wide variety of stakeholders, as well as articulate their ideas concisely with their teams, is absolutely crucial. Number 2, vision. They also have to have a crystal clear vision of what they want to achieve and how to get there. There are no fluffy edges, no half-baked ideas. Everything is in full HD. Number 3, delegate and support. The best entrepreneurial leaders are highly supportive and intuitively know when and how to lend a hand. By empowering others to make decisions and trust their own judgments within a certain agreed remit, entrepreneurs free themselves up to work on the big picture stuff instead of getting buried with granular details. They delegate as standard and support as needed, working with colleagues to achieve the shared goals. Number 4, effective leaders have superior mindset, one that they've honed over years of working with a variety of different people and solving a variety of different problems. Not only are they aware of their own strengths and shortcomings, they're prepared to lay them out on the table and let others learn from them. The inner confidence and self-belief that is often infectious. Number 5, Sharing is caring. An authentic entrepreneur doesn't steal the limelight and pretend that it's a one-man show. Instead, they respect the contributions of others that have made and shared their success with them as a team. Number 6, any entrepreneur worth their salt won't be found glued to their office chair, hiding away in a background while their minions do all the work. Usually you'll find them right there in the thick of things, helping out where they can, where they need to, or just spending time informally with their employees and actually getting to know them. Number 7, real entrepreneur leaders are crazy about getting the company culture right. They have a deep understanding of why a positive, solutions-driven culture, one that consistently promotes trust, teamwork, and truthfulness, is one that will ultimately thrive. They understand that creating the right conditions for success and then taking great care to cultivate them properly is the real key to massive success. Number 8, all great leaders are honest with themselves and especially others. They also practice what they preach. Period. Number 9, entrepreneurial leaders never shy away from a challenge. They also have the ability to recast problems as opportunities to grow and learn. They're fully committed to their vision and fully committed to driving themselves and their teams to realize it. Finally, number 10, one final thing that all entrepreneurs have in common is the insatiable desire to keep learning and keep growing. They don't only invest huge amounts of time and money into their own learning, but also make sure that they infuse their organizations with the same zeal for upskilling themselves and pushing the boundaries. Great leaders think outside the box and are always looking for new ways to create solutions to their problems, so investing time and resources into learning is an essential ingredient in their overall success. After all, the business world is accelerating and expanding on all fronts at an unprecedented rate. And if you don't keep up, well, your business dies and your entrepreneurial dreams along with it. So there we have it. It's not an exhaustive list, of course, and there's plenty more where that came from, but we'll save that for another time. For now, I'll finish with the words of one of the greatest thinkers of all time, Albert Einstein. He said, "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere." And that, I think personally, is a great distinction between leadership and entrepreneurship. But the bottom line is really this. Even the best and most gifted entrepreneurs in the world can't do it all by themselves. To some extent, it has to be a team effort. So no matter how good you think you are, don't be a leader alone. This is Chris Machut. See you next time, and stay safe out there. Thank you again for listening to this ThoughtLeadership.biz podcast. I'm Chris Machut. For additional information on this podcast, including additional sites where you can stream from, make sure to visit us online at www.thoughtleadership.biz in your favorite web browser. I wish you a safe and productive day.